Hey everybody, my name is Brian Kwong. I'm the founder of the Add1Challenge, and in this video, you'll learn about what is your biggest roadblock to fluency is. And at the end of the video, you have a chance to share with us what your biggest struggles are. Before I started the Add1Challenge, I sent out a survey to 150 language learners around the world. And one of the questions in the survey was, what is your biggest struggle when you're learning to speak a language? And these are the answers that keep coming up over and over again. And they are learning and retaining vocabulary, fear of speaking to a native speaker, no consistent learning routine, learning grammar is too hard, no time to study, finding good language learning materials, and lack of motivation. After looking at this list for a while, I realized there are two major groups of struggle that language learners face. The first group is how to learn a language. For example, how to learn grammar, how to learn vocabulary, what's the most effective way to do those things, what's the best way to learn a language learning method, where to find good materials, and so on and so on. Now the second group consists of no time to study, no consistent learning routines, lack of motivation, fear of speaking with a native speaker, these kind of things. And when I look at these major groups of struggle, this is when the light bulb went off. I realized that if you don't have consistent motivation and a consistent language learning routine, it doesn't matter if you have the most effective language learning method. And it doesn't matter if you have the most expensive and comprehensive language learning materials. And it doesn't matter if you have the most amazing language learning app or software. Because if you don't have a consistent motivation and routine, you won't use all those things and you'll never be fluent. Period. So your biggest roadblock to fluency is lack of consistent motivation. Now it's really easy to get inspired and motivated for a short period of time. And then we'll study for a short period of time, a week, 2 weeks, maybe a month, and then we stop. And then we get inspired again. And then we'll study for a little bit, and then we stop. And this cycle can go on for years. And most language learners going through this cycle, at the end of the day, they are not satisfied and sick and tired of that progress. But if you have consistent motivation and you consistently put in the work to learn, you'll figure out how you learn best, you'll build great habits, like language learning habits, and you'll be unstoppable and finally speak the language you've always wanted to speak. Now in the next video, I'm going to share with you the story about the Add1Challenge and what I learned about motivation after more than 300 language learners around the world went through the Add1Challenge. And the Add1Challenge is all about motivating, supporting language learners like you to stay consistent with the study, so by the end of the 90 days, they can hold a 15-minute conversation with a native speaker. So 15-minute conversation with a native speaker in just 90 days. Now we have plenty of testimonials, plenty of result video where language learners actually have a 15-minute conversation on video. So it's totally possible, and if they can do it, so can you. Until then, below this video, share with us what is your biggest language learning struggles. And if lack of consistent motivation is your biggest struggle, tell us your story. Tell us if you're happy with your progress, if you're sick and tired of you're not getting results, let us know below this video. I look forward to reading it, and until then, I'll see you in the next video.